welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video, I'll be going through how I went in round 17 of the AFL, and then I'll be giving you my round 18 tips. Now, before we jump into this one though, guys, I've tried to record this 3 times, and because my computer is buggered and I'm using an old laptop, it has crashed, corrupted. I've just had everything go wrong. So when I go into my tips, you will see they've actually already been ticked. But I'll discuss all that as we go through. So appreciate you guys for your support and understanding about all this. Once we get a new a new PC, get it built, we're going to struggle a little bit. But it is what it is. We do the best with what we've got, and I do appreciate you guys for understanding. All right, so let's get into it. So round 17, I got 8 from 9, which last week I got 7 from 7. So it is disappointing to miss out by 1, and the reason I missed out is because I went for a massive upset. Egg all over my face. I was wrong with that one. So let's start off with the first game. Bulldogs defeat North Melbourne by 49 points. I picked the Dogs by 50, man. How close? You cannot get closer. What a good margin selection by me. However, we didn't hit it on the head. We got very close to on the head of the nail there. We move on. Collingwood and Carlton. I did say Carlton would be competitive in this game. Got that one wrong. Definitely way off with that one. But you know, Collingwood, too good here. They continue their incredible season. Only lost 2 games this year. That is crazy. Next up, I backed in GWS to beat my West Coast Eagles. I said that West Coast would be somewhat competitive in this game. And again, like the Carlton one, I was wrong. However, we get the tip right. We move on. And this one was disappointing, man. The first of the Saturday games saw Essendon go down to Gold Coast in a big loss. I tipped the Bombers. I thought there'd be an upset. There absolutely wasn't. And again, egg all over my face. First and only tip wrong this week, which was disappointing. Next up, I backed in the Cats and the Lions to win, and both teams won quite convincingly there over Richmond and Port Adelaide respectively. I get those 2 right. We move on. Hawthorn defeat St Kilda, another one I got right there. I thought the Saints played quite brave in this game, but yeah, again, Hawthorn too good. I backed in the Swans to beat Freo. They get the job done there. I wasn't confident about this one. I thought Fremantle could have posed a bit more. So I thought Freo would have been a bit more difficult. They did only lose this by 11, but I thought it would be like maybe a 2 to 3 point margin. And then the Crows defeat the Demons. I thought this was going to be an extremely one-sided affair to the Crows, but to the Demons' credit, they stayed in and fought the whole way. All right, we move on to round 18. Now, before we do, guys, if you could leave a like, hit that sub button. It would mean the absolute world to me. It'd help the growth of the channel. It takes 2 seconds. It's completely free, and without you guys, I'd be nothing. So I appreciate you guys if you have already subscribed. If you haven't, it takes 2 seconds, completely free, and it does help my growth on YouTube. Also, if you do want to help me out with some extra cash, I do have merch as well. I only make a small percentage off the merch, but every little bit helps. So if you could purchase some merch, it'd mean the world to me. All right, let's get into it. Round 18. Round 18. These are my tips. So I've backed in the Lions to beat Carlton. I know it's at Marvel Stadium, but Carlton, they're just not good this year. I think Lions win and win by about 25 points in that one. Next up, we've got the Suns taking on the Magpies. This is the upset of the round for me. I'm backing the Suns. I know the Magpies have only lost 2 games this year, and they're in damn good form, but I've got to go the Suns here. I reckon we see an upset, a massive upset. Suns win this one by 5. Next up, we got the Bulldogs taking on the Crows. Adelaide in very good form this year, but so are the Bulldogs. I'm backing in the Doggies to get this one done. I'm going to say a 9-point margin in that one. Next up, we've got the Cats and the Giants at NG Stadium. So this is a Giants home game. With that being said, I think Geelong are just too good, too experienced. I think they'll get the job done here. I think they win this game by 15. Next up, we've got the Richmond Tigers taking on Essendon. I think this can be a bit of a danger game for the Bombers. This is definitely a game I could see Richmond winning. with that being said, I have tipped the safe option here. I'm going Essendon and I'm tipping them by 7. Next up, we've got Fremantle taking on Hawthorn. So many people backing in the Dockers. Not much splitting it in the betting markets. I'm backing Hawthorn. I think Hawthorn win this one. I think it'll be a close game. I think 10 points or less. Hawthorn get the job done for me, though. All right, we move on to the 3 Sunday games. Demons taking on North Melbourne. Again, I think this is an interesting one. This is definitely a game I could see the North Melbourne Kangaroos winning, but I am going to back in Melbourne here. I think the D's get it done by 22. Next up, the Saints taking on the Swans. Another one. I'm going for the upset once again. So that's 3 upsets this week. Fingers crossed we can get at least 1 or 2 of them to come through. I'm back in the Saints, and I think they win it by 10. And then finally, Port Adelaide take on West Coast. I don't think West Coast really stand a chance in this one. I think it will be completely one-sided. I'm back in Port Adelaide, and I say they win by 32. Let me know who you're backing down in the comments below, guys. Let's go through mine once more. Lions, Suns, Bulldogs, Cats, Essendon, Hawthorn, Demons, Saints, and Port Adelaide. Again, guys, let me know yours down below. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.